you guys know that I love libraries. We talk about libraries. I actually have a book on hold for me at the library. So I put a hold on this book. It wasn't supposed to come in until the end of August because someone else had it out. So I didn't think much of it. Came in earlier and they emailed me. They were like, hey, your hold's here. I totally spaced it because I wasn't expecting the book. And now it is past the hold date. So I need to call my library, see if that hold is in fact still there, and say, I'm really sorry. I will be by this weekend. It came in early. I did not realize. Thank you for holding it for me. Or if you didn't, I'll just re-up the hold. I'll make the hold again. But I love libraries. I love them to death. Here's something kind of funny and kind of cool that a library is doing. Check it out. This is some kind of fun news here. A public library receipt shows how much money you save by borrowing instead of buying books. So check it out. This is a library receipt, and it's the Wichita Public Library that's doing it. So they just say, so they have The Adventures of Robinson Crusoe. Someone took that out. You just saved $164.80 just from that one title. Man, I know it's long. I know Robinson Crusoe. I mean, that's a series of books, I'm pretty sure. I've read bits and pieces of it, but it was like back in grade school, so I'm not really remembering. I'm pretty sure it's a series of books, though. It's been years. It's literally been over 2 decades. So, don't hold it against me that I don't remember the anatomy of that book. But $164. Okay, so this person saved $1,300, over $1,300 this year, and over $7,000 since they began using the library. That is pretty cool. The Wichita Public Library is doing this. This other person, here's another receipt they showed. The person saved $216. And this person, man, this is a heavy library user here. They saved $25,573.23 this year. Man, I want to be like that person. That is a die-hard library user. 25 grand. 25 grand. So the Wichita Public Library, let's see what they have to say about this. While libraries offer tremendous benefits to their community, sometimes the benefits are more abstract or require long-term studies to show the value of their programs. This is from Jennifer Lane, the communication manager at Wichita Public Library. Including this information is a way to easily quantify one of the ways the library is of value to its users. So, I mean, I gotta say, in some ways, and I'm totally not trying to be a Debbie Downer here because I think this is a funny story. I think it's fun. I think it's funny and cool that it's happening. But to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer, I think it's kind of sad that libraries felt like they should do this. You know what I mean? Like I think it's not the library's fault. It's the fault of again, our government and our donor class who constantly want to cut funding for libraries. We need more bomb money and we need more Wall Street money. So let's cut funding for the libraries. That happens all the time. They constantly talk about wanting to cut funding for libraries. Meanwhile, libraries are such a huge value to every community. And you know what? I'm going to use myself right now as an example. I never got one of these receipts that tells me how much money I saved. But you know how much money I spent on books when I was in graduate school? You know how much? Does anyone want to take a guess? So those of you who are regulars to the show, you already know the answer to that, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I spent a whopping total of graduate school. This was a graduate program, grad school, 2 years. Most classes required about 7 books. Some of them we would just read like one chapter in it, but they wanted you to have the book anyway. How much did I spend? You ready for this? $30. $30. I spent $30 on books in grad school. Total. 2 years. Not per year. Total. Ron, did they fund your book? No. I had tuition remission because I was an assistant with the department. So, it was like one of those assistantships where you get tuition remission, they give you health insurance, and they give you a living stipend. And believe me, it was just that, a living stipend. It was just enough money to survive on. But it was great. I really enjoyed graduate school. I look back on it very fondly. Glad I didn't continue, but I look back on it very fondly. I spent $30 because I used the libraries. And a lot of these books I was getting, like, I'll be honest, they were kind of like very heavy, dense academic books that nobody wanted. So I was able to just keep renewing them. And they knew what was going on. They were like, you're a student. We get it. I would just keep renewing. I was like, oh, man, I'm really getting into it. I haven't finished it yet somehow. Renew. They didn't mind. No one else wanted the book. I spent $30. $30 thanks to my libraries. And this wasn't here in Los Angeles, by the way. This was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So it's not like, oh, well, Los Angeles, there's a bunch of libraries. No, this was just in Pittsburgh, just an average mid-sized city, nothing crazy fancy. Good library system, great library system, but it's not like it was anything crazy fancy. $30. So yeah, your libraries are a huge asset. You can, one of my favorite comics, like one of my favorite holiday comics, like just a little web comic, and I don't know who started it, but there's this kid sits on Santa Claus's lap, and he goes, Santa, this year for Christmas, I want to explore the world. I want to uncover mysteries. I want to learn languages. I want to pursue the depths of humankind. I want to know about the world. And Santa Claus hands him a library card. Such a cool comic. The kid goes on and on for a couple panels about all the things he wants to do, all the things he wants to explore, and Santa hands him a library card. And hey, man, my retirement plan, I got to tell you, if we're still on this planet by the time I'm that old, is to just finally get fluent in Italian. I'm conversational. I am not fluent. Big difference. I am conversational. I am not fluent. But I want to get fluent in Italian, and I want to just go to my library and just read as much as I can. Travel when I feel like it. Although, I feel like I really want to do all my traveling, like now, like between now and then, and I plan on exploring the planet as long as I can, and I plan on doing stand-up comedy until I can no longer stand up, literally. I plan on doing that forever. But I might not travel as much as I get older. I might be a little more rooted. I don't know. Maybe the opposite is true. Maybe I'll travel even more. But anyway, libraries are a huge value. And here in Wichita, they're showing people their dollar amount. I think that's a pretty cool, fun idea. I think that's pretty neat. But I also wish that people really realized, and our leadership reflected that libraries are a huge value and a huge asset and should never be messed with. And if anything, if there's any alterations in funding for libraries, it should be funding them more. It should be an increase. Funding for libraries should go up each year. And that should be required, full stop. That's what I think. Because libraries are a huge value to the community.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your